All right, so today we have clips here of Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis attempting to define woke, and newsflash, no spoiler really, they can't fucking do it. They're not capable of defining this word. But the first thing that we're going to watch isn't Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis. We're going to watch a clip of Trump here, a clip of Trump saying something that I kind of 100% agree with, a take from Trump that I think is really, really good. And I don't think that I have ever done something like that on this channel because I don't agree with almost anything Trump says, but let's listen to this.
It's gone sick. And I don't like the term woke because I hear woke, woke, woke. You know, it's like just a term that use half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
You heard what Trump said. I mean, that's literally like almost the exact same thing I say. I don't dislike the word itself. I dislike how much the word is thrown around by conservatives. But you heard what he said. I hear the term woke, 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 but half the people that use it, they can't even define it. 100% right. And again, you don't really hear me, saying, "Oh yeah, that Trump guy knows what he's talking about." But let's listen to Ron DeSantis get asked specifically about woke and about Trump's comments in that clip that we just watched. Here it is. This is strange.
The former president said he doesn't like to use the word woke.
Communism.
He said he doesn't like to use woke because people don't know what it means. That's obviously been a big part of your messaging. What do you say to that?
Look, we know what woke is. It's a form of cultural Marxism.
What is that? It's like you can't use the word in the definition, so he just uses another term in place of woke when he's asked to define the word woke. What is cultural Marxism then? If that's your answer, he says a form of cultural Marxism. What are other forms of cultural Marxism, Ron DeSantis? What is cultural Marxism? What is that? Can you define that? It's like you ask him to define the word woke, and he just gives you another term that's not even real, and he probably wouldn't be able to define if asked.
About putting merit and achievement behind identity politics, and it's basically a war on the truth. And as that has infected institutions, it has corrupted a lot of institutions. So you've got to be willing to fight the woke. We've done it in Florida, and we proudly consider ourselves the state where woke goes to die.
We proudly consider ourselves the state where woke goes to die. There's a lot of problems that Florida has that I have gone over on this channel before, like how they rank very, very low in healthcare. They rank very low in education. Ron DeSantis doesn't care about any of that. Ron DeSantis cares about waging a war on woke. He sat there and said, it's about merit. It's about a system of merit and not identity politics. Because America itself as a country has never discriminated in any way, shape, or form against minority groups or anyone like that in a way and in favor of identity politics. That's never happened. That's not real. Okay. We have another clip here of Ron DeSantis talking at a rally that he did about woke once again, and this one I think is miles worse than the other one that we just watched. This one is just like a little like a someone in school. They have to do like a presentation, like a project in front of the class. Didn't do anything, didn't prepare anything, and it's supposed to be on something really specific. So they go up there and they try their damnedest, but you can tell that they don't know what they're talking about, not prepared.
As president, I recognize that the woke mind virus represents a war on the truth, so we will wage a war on the woke. We will fight the woke in education. We will fight the woke in the corporations. We will fight the woke in the halls of Congress. We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. We will make woke ideology, leave it to the dustbin of history. It's gone.
So what I'm failing to understand here is he says we'll fight the woke in schools, we'll fight the woke in Congress, we won't cave to the woke mob. Is woke a people? Is woke an ideology? What is it? What is it? Because he's just throwing out all of this different stuff, but it doesn't match up with each other. It doesn't actually make sense. He's just saying we'll fight the woke. What is the woke? Define the woke. It's dumb it's even stupid just to say that phrase and that terminology out loud. It's not a hard word to define. It really isn't. We have a clip here of Nikki Haley, who CNN hosted for a town hall, because that's what CNN does now, apparently. And Jake Tapper here, who I had some faith in, but seems like a lot of that has gone, asked Nikki Haley to define woke, and she gives a lot longer answer than DeSantis did.
Woke, the word woke, used to be used by progressives to talk about an awareness of inequities and historical inequities. But obviously it means something else too.
Hey, you know what? Jake, I actually haven't seen this clip. I haven't seen this one, but you want to know what? Jake just perfectly described the word as it is. So, and as much as I'm sitting here making a video and making content about this, that's all that needed to be said, realistically. He doesn't need to ask her to define this, and the reason that I don't want him to ask her what it means is because CNN, when they do this, they will ask these people questions, like the Moms for Liberty, that person that they hosted. They will ask them questions, let them spew insane, crazy, completely incorrect rhetoric, super and misinformation, and they won't push back on it. Jake Tapper just described what woke means perfectly. I don't really feel like it's appropriate to ask Nikki Haley what it means, because we all know what she's going to say. She's not going to say what Jake just said. She's not going to say anything near what Jake just said. So, I don't know where I'm at.
Conservatives criticizing it. What does it mean to you? How do you define woke?
There's a lot of things. I mean, you want to...
No, there's not really. If we're going by actually what the word means, again, Jake described it very perfectly. Being aware to the fact that there is inequality and injustice, specifically racial injustice in this country. It's not a hard word to define. It really isn't.
Start with biological boys playing in girls' sports. That's one thing. The fact
it's not happening. It's not happening. It is not happening. I don't have this pulled up right now. I actually don't really have anything pulled up for these clips, but I am going to look this up because I am curious about this. What percentage of the population is trans? I don't know myself, but I know that it is a very, very low number. I know that it's a very, very low number, and I also know that this is 100% conservatives just fear-mongering over nothing. Over nothing. So, according to this, 1.6 million people ages 13 plus identify as transgender in the U.S. There are 334 million people in this country. So, that's not happening. Biological boys playing in girls' sports, that's not happening. I'm sorry, but it's not. I know that the conservatives, they pick out like these little examples. They say, Leah Thomas, this and that. They literally are using actual people that are transgender and saying, biological boys. Conservatives seem to conflate gender and sex. I don't think they understand that gender is a social construct. They have a really hard time getting that through their heads. But I'm tired of the trans hate. I really am. I'm totally over it. My fiance, she has like a Twitter account that she goes on all the time, and she interacts with a bunch of different communities. A lot of people that she is friends with on social media are trans, part of the trans community, and then she gets into it with these crazy fucking people, and I'm really over it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these people being lied on. They're trying to exist. Trans people do not create problems in any way, shape, or form, and I am so tired. I am so tired of people just hating on them for no fucking reason. This is not what I planned to talk about right now in these clips. I did not plan to go into this. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm so over the bullshit. It's so boring. It's so annoying. I didn't mean to say boring. I meant annoying. It's just nothing. They don't have anything to criticize. They're just upset because they're fucking dumb.
that we have gender pronoun classes in the military now. I mean, all of these.
I don't even know about that. I don't know about that one. Gender pronoun classes in the military. I would hope that that is something that we do have in the military. I do hope that, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, something else that conservatives just for some reason fucking hate. They think that that's like, I don't know, like, just the end all. That's like the end of civilization is diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that being taught. It's the end of American civilization as we know it. I just, if you look up statistics of what goes down in the military, sexual assault, all of these different things, it's really horrible. I would hope that we are trying to make our military a more inclusive, a better place for everyone involved. If you think that that's bad, then there's something wrong with you. Like, actually, that's a strange thing to push back on. Quite strange.
Things that are pushing what a small minority want on the majority of Americans, it's too much. It's too much. I mean, the idea...
Really? Really? Because you sound like the minority in this context, pushing for what a small minority wants compared to the rest of the Americans. So does that mean that Nikki Haley herself is woke? Does that make Nikki Haley woke? I mean, by her own definition, it kind of does. So Nikki Haley is woke.
That we have biological boys playing in girls' sports.
Said it again, but doesn't provide proof.
It is the women's issue of our time. My daughter ran track in high school. I don't even know how I would have that conversation with her. How are we supposed to get our girls used to the fact that biological boys are in their locker rooms? And then we wonder why a third of our teenage girls seriously contemplated suicide last year? We should be growing strong girls, confident girls.
I'm taking a lot of issue here with the statistics that she just brought up about, women and high suicide rates, or high, contemplation of suicide. That is, I don't know if she got the statistic exactly right. It might have been a little less or a little more. I'm not 100% sure. But just to say that, that is a direct cause, and the only cause of that is transgender people. It's not even a straw man or disingenuous. It's just disgusting and weird, and also not addressing the issue in any way, shape, or form. I don't know. It's strange. It's really weird. That's just disgusting. I'm disgusted with this person. I don't want to hear her talk anymore. There's 50 seconds left in this clip. I don't want to watch anymore. That was disgusting. This person is a horrible human being. Fuck her. Fuck Nikki Haley. Fuck the entire Republican Party. I'm sorry. That was so gross.
Then you go and you talk about building a strong military. How are you going to build...
Shut the fuck up! We have the strongest fucking military out of any fucking country. We're not even close. It's not even close. What do you mean? Build a strong military. We have a fucking huge military. What the fuck? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you on? You want to talk about building a strong military? Talk about how Donald Trump, when he was president, our military numbers dropped. I feel like that would be something conservatives would be all over. They talk about the military numbers dropping when Biden takes office, but they don't talk about the military numbers dropping when Trump's in office. What the fuck are you talking about? Build a strong military. We have the strongest military. Not even close. It's guys. The amount that we spend on our military, if you go down the list of defense spending for our countries, we fucking blow every other country out of the water. It's not even a contest. What the fuck? I do not want to hear. If she's seriously gonna, if this is all just anti-trans, if she's really seriously gonna make this point of how are we supposed to build a strong military if there's transgender people, then I don't know how anybody in their right mind at all, in any context ever, would ever be able to take Nikki Haley, this disgusting, deplorable piece of shit of a human being, seriously. How? fucking
the
how?
morale in a strong military when you're doing gender pronoun classes? Why is it that you have, kids undergoing critical race theory?
It's not. That's not happening. Fucking push back on this shit, CNN. God damn, Jake. Why are you letting her do this? Oh my God, it's so frustrating because I've made videos in the past of Jake and James Comer, and he did a really, really great job. Absolutely decimated James Comer, but now it's like a completely different story. Oh my God. Why are you letting her say these things? Critical race theory, guys, okay. Critical race theory is not being taught in any of our fucking schools. In college, high-level college, people that are studying law get taught critical race theory, okay? That's it. There is no critical race theory being taught in our public schools, certainly not in our private schools. I can tell you that firsthand. There is no critical race theory happening in our private schools, and I know it's not happening in public schools either. That is such a goddamn lie. I cannot believe that they are letting her spew these fucking lies on live TV, on their network, on their stage, and they're just sitting there. Jake Tapper is just sitting there, not saying anything.
Where if a little girl's
I'm not surprised, but I'm pissed about it. I am upset about it.
kindergarten, if goes into kindergarten, if she's white, you're telling her she's bad. If she's brown or black,
That shit's not happening. That shit is not happening, guys. I don't go on social media a whole lot. I go on it more than I should, definitely. But I don't go on social media a whole lot. But I cannot tell you guys how many videos I have seen, and maybe this isn't the best example to be using, it might not be, I don't care. I have seen so many videos of grown-ass adults in the car, at home, maybe just picking them up from school, little kids from school, with their phone, they're recording a video, like I said, maybe they're in the car, turn around, look at the little kid and say, "What'd you do in school today? What'd you learn in school?" And you want to know what almost every single one of those kids says, unless they learned something that made them super excited and they wanted to tell mom and dad and they were like waiting. They'll just be like, "Oh, I want to tell mom and dad. I want to tell mom and dad." You want to know what almost all of those kids say? Really generic shit like everything or nothing or I don't remember. They're not being taught critical race theory. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Do you want to know who talks more about critical race theory than anybody else? Fox fucking News talks about critical race theory more than anybody else does. They have brought up critical race theory. You guys can go look up these statistics. Fox News has brought up critical race theory more on their network than any other news network. They have covered critical race theory more than any other news network has, by a margin. And it's not being taught in schools. You cannot prove that. Nobody can prove that to me.
black, you're telling her she's never going to be good enough and she's always going to be a victim. All of these things have gone to where they are pushing, and transgender, the whole issue of the transgender,
She's not even, oh my God, she's not even saying words. The transgender, the CRT, the woke. This means nothing. Nothing these people are saying bears any meaning anymore. These people have pushed this shit so far. Woke doesn't mean anything. Trans ideology doesn't mean anything. These people throw this shit out there so much, just forever. They just constantly throwing out this crazy wacko shit, and they don't know what any of it means. And to be honest with you, again, I don't think any of it means anything anymore. These people have said this shit so much that it bears no meaning. It has no resemblance. The word woke has no resemblance, at least to conservatives, of what the word actually means. I don't know how these people go down this rabbit hole, get this far down it, and then, can just live their life like this. I really don't understand it.
Not that people don't think in America you should live the way you want to live. I want everybody to live the way they want to live. But stop.
No, you don't. Everything you just said confirms that you don't want that. You're getting on the military for potentially having gender pronoun classes. No, you don't want everybody to live like how they want to live. You diametrically oppose that. You fucking liar. Does she think that we're dumb? Does she think everyone else in the entire world, everyone else in this room is just dumb?
Pushing your views on
I mean, some of the people are because they're clapping for her, but
everybody else. That's the problem, is they're starting to push everything on the rest of us.
Okay.
Okay, right, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's the woke people, it's the left that are pushing what they think and what they believe on everybody else. Right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I totally got that because I myself have never, ever in my life seen people wear shirts that have American flags on them, American flag shorts. I have never, ever seen people that have stickers on their cars that have guns on them, and then they say something like, "Come and take it from me," or they have things that say, they have like pride stickers, and it says like, "My pride is loving my AR-15. I never, ever see anything like that. I never hear conservatives talk about, their love for America, their love for guns. I never hear conservatives talk about their love for Trump. I never hear conservatives shove what they believe down my throat. It's never happened to me once in my entire life, but I do 100% agree with Nikki Haley and thinking and saying that, it's the left and it's the progressives that want to push what they think and what they believe on everybody else and force them to believe it. Obviously, I'm joking about that. That's going to be it for the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, and turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.